Welcome to the 34th Hispanic Heritage Awards. Tonight, we celebrate Selma Hayek, Evie Queen, Coach Ron Rivera, Callie Uchis, NASA engineers Clara O'Farrell, Cristina Hernandez, and Diana Trujillo, and Carlos Santana, with performances by Sima Funk, Gabriela Reyes, Leslie Grace, Kelly Uchis, Black Pumas, The Mavericks, Allie Brooke, Alex Cuba, and Juanes. Hosted by John Leguizamo. This program was made possible in part by Target, committed to meaningful contributions to local communities to help them grow and thrive. Nationwide, proud to help build and advance the legacy of the Hispanic community. Boeing, committed to advancing equity, diversity, and inclusion in our company and local communities. Unidos llegamos más lejos. Coca-Cola, working together to create a better shared future for our people, our communities, and our planet. T-Mobile, no hay uno without the other, unstoppable together. AARP, we are entrelazados through our Latinidad. AARP celebrates your Hispanic heritage year-round. Southwest Airlines. MasterCard. Wells Fargo, proud to empower the Hispanic community to reach new heights in education, business, and home ownership. Catholic Relief Services. And by viewers like you. Thank you.
Avísame si alguien te regaña, para darle un poco de este caramelo de medicina para los locos, curita para el alma, de sabor a coco, y te lo trae regalado, yo te lo trae regalado, caramelo regalado, ¿no te lo crees? ¿No te lo crees? El caramelo regalado, dale diente y no te distraigas, que cuando se come no se habla. Uy.
Yo, bienvenidos. Hola, I'm John Leguizamo, and welcome to the 34th Hispanic Heritage Awards. Now, I had the honor of receiving the Arts Award from the Hispanic Heritage Foundation in 2004, and I'm so excited to be back, and this time as your host. As a community, We've overcome a lot throughout history, and that resilience, cultural pride, and vision is on full display through the 34th Hispanic Heritage Award honorees we're celebrating tonight. Whether it's pushing cinema or music forward, or being the vanguard for Latinos in American sports, or even expanding the possibilities of space travel, each of this year's honorees are pushing boundaries and demonstrating the value that we bring to this country and to the world. And our first honoree has been at the forefront of making an impact on ensuring our stories are being told in her 30-plus years in Hollywood, on the screen and off. Let's learn more about our 2021 Arts Award honoree, Salma Hayek.
I don't like to complain about things that I didn't try to change. You have to push now so that future generations can actually benefit from it.
By age 23, Salma Hayek was a household name in Mexico. But instead of remaining there, she left in 1991 to make a name for herself in American cinema.
At that time in Mexico, we really didn't have a film industry. And so, because I wanted to do film, I didn't want to do theater, I didn't just want to do perform, I didn't want to do television, I was in love with films, and this is what brought me.
After struggling in the early part of her career, Hayek broke through after drawing the attention of film director Robert Rodriguez, who cast her starring opposite Antonio Banderas in the 1995 film Desperado.
First it was, you're gonna play Carolina, and then, we're not sure we're gonna give it to you because they're thinking maybe Cameron Diaz is Latina because her last name is Diaz. So by the time I got it, I did understand it was a big deal.
While continuing to act throughout the 90s, Hayek also founded her own production company, Ventana Rosa, in 1999 to try to fill the vacuum of Latino stories and talent in Hollywood.
I wanted to create opportunities for other people and to grow our little industry and to have more representation, do something about representation in front and behind the cameras. Even if you don't get things done, the fact that there is some really stubborn woman, going, and what about this? No. But what about this? No. But you have to have something. Okay, we'll develop this one, but it's not getting on the air, but the pressure, I think it has to help for something.
Hayek's pressure paid off. Her passion project, Frida, about the life of Mexican painter Frida Kahlo, earned 2 Academy Awards, as well as a Best Actress nomination for Hayek, becoming the second Latina ever nominated in that category. And she even brought Latinos back to primetime as an executive producer on the TV series Ugly Betty, earning a Golden Globe for Best Comedy Series and an Emmy nomination for Hayek herself. She and her company's work continue to defy expectations for women and Latinas, with 4 films coming out in 2021 alone, including Marvel's Eternals and Netflix's House of Gucci, and deals with HBO Max and Viacom. Hayek is poised to continue the impossible task she set out to do 30 years ago, change the face of Hollywood on screen and off.
So if I'm 55 right now, imagine my shock when after knocking on every door and, hey, I can be funny, I can do comedies. No, you're sexy Latina, no funny. Hey, I can do action, I started with Robert Rodriguez. No, you no action, no. And all of a sudden at 54, I'm doing action, I'm doing comedy, and I'm a superhero, and that was quite surprising. I had a special Latino angel that helped this happen, and that is Victoria Alonso, who is one of the most important executives in the world and happens to be Argentinian. And so this is what is so important. We keep stressing, we need to be behind the cameras. We need to build careers behind the camera. If you're watching this and you've been around my world, my career, you've seen my movies or you've heard about me, and you are of Hispanic heritage and you are inspired by the film industry, I really would like to invite you to do your best to become a writer, a director, a technician in the film industry, or a producer, we really need a stronger, bigger, and very talented community so that we can continue to advance. So I hope that by watching me, if you were thinking about it, this inspires you to go ahead and do it because we really need you. Thank you.
Hola familia, yo soy Leslie Grace, and these are my wonderful and amazingly talented musicians, and we are so excited to perform for you here at the Hispanic Heritage Awards. This is my new song, Bachatica, and I hope that you enjoy it. Bájame tu escudo, deja ver tu amor bendito y desnudo. Sé que quieres mucho más de mí, pero te asusto. Cuando se te pase yo te busco. Santo Domingo hasta Chicago, hasta que tu piel ya no dé más, y te canto una bachatica lento, derritiéndome en tus besos, hasta que el sol no brille más. Sálvame de lo oscuro, cúrame las penas con tu mano entre mis piernas, sabes que me tienes donde quieras. Yo quiero mucho más de ti y te aseguro que cuando te entregues yo te alumbro, te bailo una bachatica en Santo Domingo hasta Chicago, hasta que tu piel ya no dé más, y te canto una cha-cha-cha y un tango desde invierno hasta el verano, hasta que el sol no brille más. Tanto amor, junto a ti se curan las heridas, todo brilla si estás en mi vida. Tanto amor, cada vez que te tengo de frente, tú me dices tú con la mente, y te bailo una bachatica en Santo Domingo hasta Chicago, hasta que tu piel ya no dé más. Te canto una bachatica lento, derritiéndome en tus besos, hasta que el sol no brille más. Yeah.
Our next honoree is known by many names: La Potra, La Caballota, La Reina, and for a long time as the only woman in reggaeton, her visionary lyricism defined a genre that's taken Latin music by storm. Let's give it up for our 2021 Vision Award honoree, La Diva Ivy Queen.
Vengo de un género al cual se le daba fecha de vencimiento. Se decía que no iba para ningún lado, que la mujer no tenía cabida. De mi aspecto y mi look decían que las 500 trenzas en mi cabello, como si eso fuera un impedimento a lograr lo que ya visualmente yo sabía que era destinado para mí.
Before reggaeton and urbano latino became the reigning genre of Latin music, there was La Caballota, La Reina, Ivy Queen. Born Marta Ivaliz Pesante, Ivy Queen got her start in the underground rap scene of San Juan in 1995. Literally the only woman in the genre, Queen made a name for herself with her improvisation and lyricism, and soon found herself as the first female member of The Noise, one of the pioneering groups of the emerging reggaeton genre.
Del rap a mí me atrajo lo sincero, lo crudo, lo real, lo que no hay que darle vuelta para hablarlo, las rimas. Yo me enamoré de lo real, que era poder hablar con música de fondo. Y en mi caso yo estaba diciendo, somos raperos pero no delincuentes, o estaba hablando hasta cuando vas a buscar trabajo y no te lo daban por tu aspecto y tu pantalón ancho, tus trenzas y tus tenis. Entonces siento que estaba hablando de cosas muy contundentes.
Queen decided to go solo in 1996 to carve her own niche in the industry, disillusioned by the vulgar and sexist lyrics of many of her male contemporaries. Her first two albums struggled commercially, but her third, Diva, released in 2003, coincided with the explosion of reggaeton into mainstream Latin music, and her single, Yo Quiero Bailar, became an anthem for women's bodily autonomy and launched Ivy Queen into the stratosphere.
Yo solo me viví, me gocé mi momento de ir a grabar Yo Quiero Bailar, porque yo iba a las discotecas y veía como a las nenas que vestían su ropa entallada, las agarraban sin pedirle permiso, las jalaban para la pista de baile, que no estamos diferentes a estos tiempos ahora, pero de ahí nació la creatividad de yo irme al estudio a grabar la canción, y ya luego, hasta el día de hoy te digo, porque me pasa, que parece que la saqué ayer, porque la gente la canta con la misma efusividad.
With her unmistakably powerful voice, Queen's songs defined the genre. Songs that centered women, love, heartbreak, racism, homosexuality, and socio-political issues. Her musical authenticity and iconic style inspiring new artists and superstars like Karol G, Bad Bunny, and even English-speaking rappers like Cardi B.
Mi victoria máxima es que a mí se me utiliza como referente. Cuando a ti te utilizan como referente, quiere decir que dejaste una huella muy grande. Cuando yo veo que a mí me utilizan de referente, por ejemplo, en entrevistas he visto a otras cantantes, Cardi B, Rosalía, que la uña, y me dan mis honores, yo digo, esa es mi mayor victoria, el que me utilicen como referente, el que me utilizan con un respeto muy único y muy genuino. Entonces, mi corazón me dice que valió la pena todo eso. Alguien tenía que agarrar los golpes para que después otros el camino lo tuvieran un poco más fácil.
24 years since the release of her first album and over 2 million records sold, La Reina de Reggaeton remains as secure in her title as ever. And as Urbano Latino continues to expand all over the globe, Ivy Queen's genre-defining anthems will continue to inspire young songwriters to share her vision.
Siento un orgullo profundo que esta jíbara guajira del oeste de Puerto Rico nunca se quitó. Oh my God, look at that pretty, por favor, get this shot. Esto va para mi hija porque es mi motivación, es mi motor. Los niños son una cosa tan maravillosa que no importa que tú estés llorando, que tengas mal día, cuando un hijo te mira, te reinicia. Nayobi, esto es para ti. I love you so much. Look at this.
Por telepatía, la luna está llena, mi cama hacía lo que yo te haría. Si te tuviera de frente, la mente te la volaría. De noche a día, you know I'm just a flight away. If you want it, you could take a private plane. A kilómetros estamos conectando y me prendes aunque no me estés tocando. You know I got a lot to say. All these voices in the background of my brain. Y me dicen todo lo que estás pensando. Me imagino lo que ya estás maquinando. ¿Quién lo diría? Que se podía hacer el amor por teléfono.
Our next honoree is one of only 4 Latino head coaches in NFL history. He's an inspirational leader who rose through the ranks from being a player to leading teams to Super Bowls and through a global pandemic and even through his own personal battle with cancer. Now let's learn more about our 2021 Sports Award honoree, Coach Ron Rivera.
I've been a lot of firsts. I learned very early in my career that's really something that I've got to uphold. I do have people that do consider me a role model. And so I do have to carry myself a specific way. I have to have success for their sake. I believe that. You know, my dad, his sport was baseball coming from Puerto Rico. From my mom's family's perspective, they all played. She grew up in California. Her brothers all played it. And so we had role models, people that we wanted to emulate.
A child of Mexican and Puerto Rican heritage, his father's Army commission kept Ron Rivera and his family moving around the world before settling in Marina, California. His talents quickly drew the attention of college scouts, and he was recruited as a linebacker for University of California, Berkeley. His college performance as an All-American player earned him a draft pick by the Chicago Bears, where he would go on to play 9 seasons and become the first player of Puerto Rican descent to play and win a Super Bowl.
There's a tremendous amount of satisfaction that I've reached that pinnacle as a football player, being able to play in the NFL, let alone play on the Super Bowl championship team.
Rivera retired from professional play in 1992, but it was a short-lived retirement. By 1997, he was rehired by his old team, this time on the coaching staff.
It was honestly at my wife's urging that I got back into football because she told me you need structure and football's the only thing that gives it to you.
Just as his playing drew serious attention, so did his coaching. Rivera would go on to coach for the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Diego Chargers before making history as only the 3rd Hispanic head coach in NFL history when he was hired by the Carolina Panthers in 2011.
You know, I started as a volunteer coach. I went in the Bill Walsh diversity program with the mindset that I was going to make them need me. And so I started from the bottom. I was a quality control coach. I made coffee. I made copies. You know, that's the type of work I did. I did whatever I could to make myself invaluable. As I worked my way up the chain, I tried to learn things and understand how things go. And lo and behold, I was put in that position to be a head coach.
After a bumpy start, Rivera quickly turned the Panthers into a competitive team, taking them to Super Bowl 50 and earning himself 2 NFL Coach of the Year awards. But after a change in ownership, Rivera moved on from the Panthers before the end of the 2019 season. He quickly pivoted to a new team, and in 2020 was named the new head coach of the Washington football team. Between personnel changes, the COVID-19 pandemic, and his own personal cancer diagnosis and treatment, Coach Rivera's first season with his new team was nothing if not tumultuous. Despite all the struggles of the past year, Coach Rivera emerged from 2020 cancer-free with a division title, one of the most diverse staffs in the league, and with his 3rd Coach of the Year award.
I was going through everything I've been through this last year. It really was trying about building trust, you know, building trust with our new owner, with our new coaching staff, building trust with our players, with our organization, the community, you know, our fan base. I mean, they had to trust that we were going to do things the right way and we were going to put the type of team on the field that they could be proud of. And that's what we're working towards. You know, one of the things I want to do is I do want to make my impact. Whether my impact is for my family, for my community, for my culture. But if you recognize, that means you are doing something right. It validates who you are. It validates what you've become. And to receive something like this is special. This really is, because it says I am doing things the right way.
As a previous Hispanic Heritage Awardee and now a board member of the Friends of the American Latino Museum, we have proudly lifted up the American Latino narrative. Stories of accomplishment, stories of sacrifice, stories of contribution to the United States. The work of shaping the narrative of Latinos in our country is more important than ever, and it will be more important for our children. Because of the tireless efforts of leadership around the nation, we have ensured that our stories have a home on our National Mall as we look forward to opening the doors to its Smithsonian National American Latino Museum in the years to come. And these stories aren't just Latino stories, they are American stories, because we are an American story. Now, to perform America the Beautiful, joined by the American Pops Orchestra in our nation's capital, please welcome Metropolitan Opera soprano Gabriela Reyes.
Beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of green, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. Shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for patriot dream that sees beyond the years. Thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, God made thine every flaw. Confirm thy soul with self-control, thy
Each year, the Hispanic Heritage Awards present the Inspira Award to recognize a young person who's doing inspiring work as a role model for other young people in the Latin community. And this year's awardee is defying media expectations of what it means to be bicultural, bilingual, and even bisexual, and showing all of us that our Latinidad is complex, and that complexity is what makes it beautiful. Let's meet our 2021 Inspira awardee, Kali Uchis.
I feel like when I was growing up, I definitely would have loved to have somebody like me to look up to.
Nicknamed Caliuchis by her father, Carly Marina Loaiza grew up between her birthplace in Virginia and her father's hometown of Pereira, Colombia.
I never realized that people would only listen to music in the language that they understood, because for me, that barrier didn't ever exist.
Originally hoping to direct films after high school, her career pivoted after her mixtape Drunken Babble caught the attention of industry giants like Snoop Dogg, Diplo, Tyler the Creator, and Juanes. And after a Grammy nomination in 2018 and a critically praised first album, it was her collaboration with producer Kaytranada on the song 10% that earned Uchis her first Grammy Gold earlier this year. But Uchis reached global prominence when her song Telepatia went viral on social media, earning millions of daily streams for the song and for her second studio album, Sin Miedo del Amor y Otros Demonios, her first album sung almost entirely in Spanish. The album's runaway success continues to defy Latin and mainstream American music industry expectations.
I'm very much an artist that I believe that ambition should be an afterthought when you're creating. Everyone around me told me this was not going to be a good idea. Latin artists are trying to move into the American market and sing songs in English. Why would you go, that's going backwards in your career. A lot of people told me, you know, all of the accolades that came later just make me even more proud to be able to open doors for other Latin artists or other bicultural artists in general who might be afraid to take that leap.
In addition to being bicultural, Uchis is openly bisexual, paving the way for queer people in Spanish language music.
I've never hidden my sexuality, but it was really special and important for me to make a music video that highlighted it because I felt that no one else had ever done it, especially not for a song in Spanish. I guess I just wanted to be able to show that freedom of expression and hope that it might inspire other people to also freely express themselves.
As her brilliant career continues, we can't wait to see how Els Caliuchis will bend boundaries and defy conventions.
I would just want everyone to remember that no matter how hard it is growing up and how hard adolescence is, that your version of beautiful is what's beautiful. You don't have to look like me. You don't have to look like whoever else it is that you might see on a screen. Latina comes in every shape, color, size. And whatever you're insecure or ashamed about, somebody else wants. So find a way to own it and be proud of it. And yeah, that's it.
In February, the Perseverance rover touched down on the surface of Mars, the largest and most advanced rover NASA's ever put on another planet. Perseverance represents a major leap forward in human space exploration and the search for extraterrestrial life. And while it takes hundreds of scientists and engineers all over the world to pull off a mission like this, we wanted to highlight 3 Latinas who were integral in making this historic moment possible. Let's learn more about our 2021 STEM Award honorees, Clara O'Farrell, Cristina Hernandez, and Diana Trujillo.
My name is Clara O'Farrell, and I am a guidance and control engineer working on the Mars 2020 Perseverance rover.
My name is Diana Trujillo, and I'm currently a tactical mission manager for the Perseverance mission.
My name is Cristina Diaz-Hernandez. My pronouns are she, her, and ella, and I am a payload systems engineer on the Perseverance mission.
I grew up in Buenos Aires. When I was in first grade, my grandma took me to Tierra del Fuego, which is the southernmost province of Argentina, to see the penguins. You know, when I got to high school, I realized that being a marine biologist was more than just playing with penguins, and I realized that I really liked solving problems and I liked math and physics, so I decided to become an engineer.
My parents were actually going to college when I was in elementary school. And my dad was studying to be an engineer, and he'd bring home his calculus books and all of his wires and gizmos, and I would watch him as I was doing my own homework. I loved asking why. Why this? Why that? Well, why are we going here? And they really helped grow that curiosity by just enabling that behavior.
I was born and raised in Colombia. I came to the US when I was 17. I knew very little English. I had $300 in my pocket. And at that point in my life, I was in a survival mode. So I was going through my English classes. I will never look at my transcript. I will never look at my grades. And then one time, an English teacher came to me and said, you know, you have really good grades. I said, no, I don't. And then my teacher then later on is like, no, you don't, you're not understanding. You should go register for honor classes and go do these other things. I was afraid of being a failure. Turns out that I wasn't a failure. And when she pointed that to me, I realized that I could actually learn and I could push myself, and I was actually smart, and I hadn't realized that. 2006, I was admitted to the NASA Academy program, which is an internship that is in Goddard in Maryland. We went and saw a space shuttle launch. We got together with scientists that I remember thinking, I want your job, I want your job, I want your job. And it opened up this idea of like, here's everything you can do in space exploration, which I used to think like, only these people can do it. And now it's like, no, there's all of these jobs.
And I happened to be here in Pasadena in 2012 when Curiosity rover landed. One of the things that I found out was that one of the main players also happened to be from Argentina. So that was talked, he gave me advice, and he also believed in me, and he took a chance on me, and he, you know, helped me, introduced me to the right people, and here I am today.
I remember the recruiter at Cal Poly, my university, they said, this is the resume of somebody who already works at JPL. And so they gave me a shot. You know, they said, you know, we want you to come to JPL and interview. And I just really gave it my all. So I was part of the team, the payload team, that was basically in charge of building the 7 different instruments that are now on the rover.
The rover is very heavy. It weighs over 2,000 pounds, and when it arrives at Mars, it's going at 12,000 miles an hour. And we have 7 minutes to take it from that speed to less than 1 mile an hour so we can touch down safely on the surface. We designed a new supersonic parachute. It was 70 feet in diameter, and it was stronger than any parachute we'd designed before. So I was part of the team that was tasked with testing this parachute.
Before we launch, we just need to hurry up and make it to the launch vehicle. Make sure that everything is integrated. But then before we land, I switch into the operational readiness test lead, which meant that from the surface standpoint, we were putting together 4 huge tests where we were actually putting the team to the test. So now we're on Mars, and I'm actually the flight director while we're trying to do the deployment, which is crazy awesome. And then after that, I had the pleasure to also be flight director for the deployment of the helicopter.
The moment that we heard that the parachute had deployed successfully, that was so exciting, but also so much relief, because we'd been working on that for years, and that feeling of like, I didn't screw it up.
For the first time, we had done the first planetary landing broadcast in Spanish. And I had the honor to have been the host of that broadcast. My culture, my heritage got to join in with the party at the right time when it was happening and did not miss anything.
I'm a regular person who's had tremendous opportunity and who's been helped out along the way by some fantastic people. So it's our responsibility to create those opportunities for the next generation.
This award is gonna now introduce, everybody to the next generation of Latinas and the ones that are really creating change and trying not just to get to a place of visibility, but to bring up communities, to bring up students who believe that they don't belong.
Hopefully people will hear my story and realize not only comes from the dreams and hopes when you're an immigrant and you come to a different place where you don't know anything about it, you don't have any families, but that's not gonna stop you, because we as Latinos have that in our blood. We don't give up, we don't back down, we fight through it. And fight through it means you can make it to another planet and still fight through it and keep breaking barriers. Do it in Spanish, bring in the next generation, do all of these things so that next time that we talk about going to another planet, it's not 5 or 6 Latinos. It's like, it doesn't matter anymore because we're so many that we can all go. So now is truly the blue planet going to another planet and not just a few people.
In 1961, West Side Story was the highest grossing film of the year. It went on to win 10 Oscars and brought Puerto Ricans and New Yorkers into American film in a major way. And while it remains a masterpiece, it's also a product of its time, and it carries with it a complicated legacy for many Latin communities. On this 60th anniversary, let's look back at West Side Story and the way Latinos are bringing it into the present.
Amor sin barreras. Love without barriers. That's the title they gave it in Spanish.
It's about people in the margins who are just trying to find their place in the world and hold on to love where they could find it.
A musical adaptation of Romeo and Juliet set against a war between rival Puerto Rican and white gangs in New York City. West Side Story was the first musical of its time to deal with themes about immigration, cross-racial romance, and graphic violence. But while its Broadway run was a success, it was the 1961 film adaptation that cemented its place in American culture.
I thought we were going to be a flop. Here we are singing in high voices, most of us in these operatic voices. There are no costumes here with spangles and stuff and bright, shiny stuff. And this kind of dancing, I've never seen this dancing in my life. I said, I just don't know who's going to come see this.
The film went on to become the highest-grossing film of the year, earning 10 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Supporting Actress for Rita Moreno, the first Latina to ever win an Oscar.
I remember my abuelita, my mom, talking about Rita Moreno when I was a kid, and they would talk about how Rita Moreno has all these awards and she's an EGOT winner and she's this incredible person for the Latin community.
For 60 years, West Side Story has had a significant cultural impact, but it's also brought with it a complicated legacy. While the music and staging have captivated generations, the film and stage show have been criticized for relying on stereotypes. In addition to ignoring the existence of Afro-Latinos in the Puerto Rican diaspora, The film put all of its Puerto Rican characters, played by white actors, in dark makeup, except for Maria. And for a film credited with exposing mainstream America to the Puerto Rican experience in the US, Rita Moreno was the only Latino cast member. In the decades since, theatrical revivals have included Latino creatives to help correct the original shortcomings, including translating English lyrics and dialogue into Spanish, as well as ensuring racially and ethnically conscious casting. Even the film is getting an update. Steven Spielberg's new adaptation is taking careful efforts to work with Puerto Rican and Nuyorican cast members, creatives, and organizations to ensure cultural authenticity and nuance.
We want to make sure that we bring back the background.
The rethinking of certain things they were necessary and they were thrilling. It's become more relevant now than the original West Side Story because of what's happening in our times.
This is the first time that you're seeing an American face like mine, who is also Puerto Rican, be allowed to tell this story. And that's really exciting.
As the U.S. reckons with past depictions of Latinos in film and works to center and uplift Black members of the Latin diaspora, West Side Story remains an essential part of that work. For some, it will be the first time they see themselves on stage or screen. For others, it's a reminder of the power of love in the face of hate. It remains a timeless story, and with each retelling, it reminds Latinos living in the United States there's a place for us. There always has been. There always will be.
Our final honoree is a 10-time Grammy Award winner, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Kennedy Center honoree, and global music icon. His music has transcended genres, generations, cultures, and geographies to touch the soul of humanity. I'm proud to present the 2021 Legend Award to Carlos Santana.
Santana is all about elevating people into a place where you can see yourself the way God made you, not the way you were programmed by the world. Peace.
Fascinated by artists like Ritchie Valens, B.B. King, and John Lee Hooker, Carlos Santana became enamored with the guitar at age 8, playing in Tijuana nightclubs with his father's mariachi band. Soon after, his family moved to San Francisco, where he began to absorb the jazz and folk music popular with the growing hippie movement of the 1960s. In 1966, he formed the Santana Blues Band, later shortened to Santana. The band's unique blend of Latin rock, jazz, blues, and Afro-Caribbean rhythms quickly gained the attention of not only the American music industry, but the whole world after the band was tapped to play at the Woodstock Music Festival in 1969, 2 weeks before the band's first album would be released.
I was blessed to be giving the sound resonance vibration to be a collective consciousness entity that shows up and everything becomes one, like we did in Woodstock or like we'll do the next concert.
Audiences were spellbound by the music. Songs like Black Magic Woman, Evil Ways, and a reimagining of the Tito Puente classic, Oye Como Va, kept Santana and his hypnotic blend of musical genres at the top of the musical charts.
Somehow, I was able to have a sound that is identified as the universal sound. I can go to Ireland or Africa or anywhere, South America, New Zealand, Japan, and not be a tourist. I'm part of the family because they all grew up in the living room with Samba Pati or, or Supernatural, the songs.
The group saw a decline in their commercial success through the 80s and 90s, and many saw Santana and the band's best years as behind them, even as Santana was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1998. But they were proven wrong after record executive Clive Davis approached Santana with an idea to record an album with some of the hottest names of the 90s. A year later, Santana released the 15-time platinum album Supernatural, introducing his iconic guitar and fusion style to a new generation, while reigniting the magic for his longtime fans. It went on to win 8 Grammys, and the lead single, Smooth, with Rob Thomas, became Billboard's #2 most successful song of all time.
God's grace allows me to be at the right place at the right time with someone like Bill Graham or Clive Davis. What it is for us is that people are flowers, music is the water, I'm a host. All I did was focus on being gracious, being present, and honor everyone who gets in front of me. It's all about the songs. If the songs are correctly with them, then they know I'm going to do my best to complement their spirit and their hearts.
Over 5 decades after forming the band, Carlos Santana continues to touch the human spirit. Even in his 70s, Santana still tours and regularly releases new music, including 2 albums produced during the coronavirus pandemic. And through his Milagro Foundation, Santana has given over $8 million in grants to nearly 400 organizations around the world.
Thank you for this. I really, really treasure it. It means the world because, you know, there's a lot of people who pick up the food, they clean sheets, clean toilets, they babysit. There's a lot of invisible people. I'm one of them. I am the voice of the voiceless. And when I show up and I give something like this, I'm representing them. We want to change the world into a place where we can get beyond fear. We need to put fear aside and really celebrate the beauty of variety. And it may sound far out, but it ain't far out to me.
And now to celebrate our legend honoree, please welcome Black Pumas, the Mavericks, Alex Cuba, Ali Brooke, and Juanes.
Black magic woman. I've got a black magic woman. I've got a black magic woman. Got me so blind I can't see that she's a black magic woman trying to make a devil out of me. Oh, turn your back on me, baby. Don't turn your back on me, baby. Stop messing around with your tricks. Don't turn your back on me, baby. Just might pick up my magic stick.
Su turno, Mavericks.
Spanish Harlem. She's living a life just like a movie star. Maria, Maria. She fell in love in East LA to the sounds of Carlos Santana.
Tell me just what you want me to be. One kiss, and boom, you're the only one for me. So please tell me why don't you come around no more? 'Cause right now I'm crying outside the door of your candy store. It just takes a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It started with the kiss, now we're up to bat. A little bit of laughs, a little bit of pain. I'm telling you, my babe, it's all in the game of love. Ooh, let's play the game of love. Oh, it just takes a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It started with the kiss, now we're up to bat. A little bit of laughs, a little bit of pain. I'm telling you, my babe, it's all in the game of love.
Oye, ¿cómo va? Mi ritmo bueno pa' gozar. Mulata, oye, ¿cómo va? Mi ritmo bueno pa' gozar. Mulata.
I want to congratulate all of our honorees and performers because each of their talents and triumphs reminds us that with some ambition, perseverance, and the support of our communities, we Latinx can change the world. So thank you to Hispanic Heritage Foundation for having me, and be safe and get vaccinated. Good night.
This program was made possible in part by Target, committed to meaningful contributions to local communities to help them grow and thrive. Nationwide, proud to help build and advance the legacy of the Hispanic community. Boeing, committed to advancing equity, diversity, and inclusion in our company and local communities. Unidos llegamos más lejos. Coca-Cola, working together to create a better shared future for our people, our communities, and our planet. T-Mobile, no hay uno without the other, unstoppable together. AARP, we are entrelazados through our Latinidad. AARP celebrates your Hispanic heritage year-round. Southwest Airlines, MasterCard, Wells Fargo, proud to empower the Hispanic community to reach new heights in education, business, and home ownership. Catholic Relief Services, and by viewers like you. Thank you.